Oh man, it feels like we freed a house elf from being a slave.
Master has given Dobby a sock.
What? I didn't...
Master has presented Dobby with clothes.
What a way to make an entry into the NHL. At this rate, in just 125 games, he'll beat Martin Brodeur's shutout record. And in 692 games, he'll beat Brodeur's all-time wins record. I want to keep expectations kind of, level-headed here. So add maybe like 20, 30 games to that. Just an incredible game. Let's talk about it.
-10 syrup.
Yeah, this was just another one where the Montreal Canadiens were posting more hype. I'll admit I was really worried for Dobes facing the defending Stanley Cup champions, but maybe this is exactly the trial by fire that players need. Are you a competitive person, or do you know a person who's very competitive? I know individuals who aren't even like professional athletes that are overly competitive, and when given a difficult task to compete, it's crazy what these individuals can do. What's even crazier is we are very close to hitting 7,000 subscribers. Are you subscribed? Can you subscribe, please? Unless this video does like really wild numbers, I don't think we'll hit 7,000 subscribers by the new year, but it'll be close. Thank you so much for your support, everyone. Been getting a lot of support recently from individuals that have been longtime fans of the channel. Thank you so much. You guys know who you are. I'm reading your comments. Great comments recently. Keep commenting, keep liking the videos. So anyway, we start things off where we always start things off. Let's look at this lineup. So we have Caulfield, Suzuki, Slav, Newhook, Dach, Line A. Line A, of course, made it to the lineup. What do you know? Anderson, Dvorak, Gallagher, Heineman, Evans, Armia, and then our defensive pairings. Hudson, Matheson, Goalie, Carrier, Jacki, Savard. Starting in net in his first NHL game, number 75, Jakub. Is it Jakub? Dobes. Before the puck even drops, you're already loving this kid. He's talking about how he had to figure out how to fly his mom down to Florida to watch the game. Just sounds like a really good kid. And so the puck drops and we're off to the races. Dobes is looking a little bit shaky in net. He loses his stick there for a little bit, but he collects himself and he adapts to the pace of the game. In the first period, we're seeing things are pretty physical. And on the topic of physicality, I really like Caulfield this game. He was pushing things. Here he is getting up front, edging out Ekblad to get in front of the net. A little later on, what do you think Gallagher says here after Dobes makes a nice save? Can I slow this down and read his lips? Maybe I don't want to read his lips. It feels like I'm interrupting something here. Weird moment when I'm just going to call him Sammy. High stick Savard. Savard is bleeding, but there's only a 2-minute penalty. Don't really understand why. I guess Suzuki spoke with the ref and wasn't able to get the double minor. That's okay, because after that, Suzuki rushes in, comes close, but doesn't complete an opportunity. And then before the end of the first, Rodriguez puts it just a bit over the net for Florida's best opportunity of the game so far. Going the other way, Gallagher is setting up Devo. Devo can't finish the job. Devo is 18 games since his last goal. Ouch. So that's going to do it for the first period. I actually had to scrape those moments because it was back and forth, definitely spirited, but there wasn't a lot of crazy action. Goalless after the first. We dropped the puck on the second period, and this period is where things happen. About a minute and 30 into the second period, something happens that we've been waiting for a long time to happen.
Brings it to the corner. Now back to the line. Goalie, rink wide. Here's a chance to score.
Dach is back. Is Dach back? One goal doesn't mean that he's back, right? He's still got to figure things out. We're being patient, all of us. I'm being super patient. Super patient. I think the bigger bit of news here is that Newhook gets the assist here. That's Newhook's first assist. Goalie also gets a touch on this. Goalie's 5th assist. So that's 3 goals for Dach on this season so far. Dobes continues to show up and demonstrate that he can play at the NHL level. Talking about Caulfield's physical game, although he's one of my favorite players, I give him a lot of grief because he does turn over the puck and kills plays. But look at him pushing through Gus Forsling to get an opportunity here. After that, Montreal is stuck in their defensive zone. for a couple of minutes. The guys are getting tired out, and then after the play, a little scuffle occurs where Xhekaj drops the mitts. Now, he's gassed at this point, but manages to compete with AJ Greer. They definitely exchanged blows, but I don't think this is going to make a bunch of fight highlight reels. Dobes continues to push aside pucks. Tkachuk demonstrates that he still has his muscle memory from back when he was a baton twirler. And then it was so nice, they did it twice.
With the ice. Bad change, Florida. And here comes Dach again, right in, scores!
Excellent pass here from Newhook hooking up Dach. Maybe we should be blaming Newhook on setting up Dach. Maybe that's what was going wrong all along. Focus on your assists, Newhook. Actually, I want to go back because the first goal from Dach, that wouldn't have happened without Line A. And Line A was really happy about that goal. If you've been watching his interviews, he hasn't really been satisfied with the goals they've been getting on the power play. He wants to play a solid 5-on-5 game. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a conversation between Line A and management or the rest of the team, putting some responsibility on Line A, trying to connect the missing dots for that second line. It's a fun brain teaser, but looking back at that first goal, I mean, Line A kites 4 Florida defenders on him before passing the puck off to goalie, who gets it to Newhook, who gets it to Dach. It's just really good to see Dach having some success here, because I've criticized him about just skating around looking like Eeyore. He can't contain his happiness. That's how happy he is. And the Canadiens are not going to stop there. They're up 2-0. They're about to make it 3-0.
Off Evans and out.
Really nice job by Armia and Evans to work as a pair there and get that puck out.
He might get a chance. Evans shoots. Score!
This was a shorty by Evans. It's not assisted. However, Armia definitely puts pressure by forechecking this, causing the bad pass. Yeah, this is a shorty. Dvorak took a 2-minute penalty for slashing on Carter Verhaeghe. So that's going to do it for the second period. The Canadiens are now leading 3-0. On to the third period. The Canadiens are doing a good job not allowing Florida to get really high danger opportunities, but Dobes is still facing a lot of shots. The Canadiens are getting their opportunities as well, but on this one play, Heineman is hooked by Kulikov. No call. This was a pretty blatant one. I will say it, I didn't capture it. There was also a couple of missed penalties for Florida. I guess it was just one of those games where the refs thought they could just let it play out. And I guess in the end, yeah, it probably wasn't a bad idea. We had that one fight with Xhekaj and Greer, but that's about it. Anyway, going further into the third period, Dobes now has 31 saves. The arena is starting to clear out. It's starting to look like Florida's Stanley Cup celebration. And the ole, ole, ole chant breaks out.
And do I hear an ole chant coming up here, Frankie? I do.
In Florida, essentially at the same time, Caulfield is going to get his 18th goal of the season.
Is back, driving the net. Cole Caulfield right in. He scores!
That was assisted by Slav. That's 16th assist of the season. We're getting down to the final minutes of play. Florida's not really putting anything together, and Montreal's still defending really strong. But with seconds left, the puck trickles in front of the net. It sits there, doesn't find its way in, and the Montreal Canadiens easily win this game against the Florida Panthers.
Shutout in a day he will never forget, and it's all over.
A really great game by the Canadiens, almost like no notes. Everyone really got their stick on the puck for this one. Matheson, Hudson, Savard, Xhekaj, Carrier, Goalie, they all look good defending. Just a really fun game to watch. I mean, it's against the Florida Panthers. They're a really strong team. When asked about the game, Dobes said that he was just really excited to go see his mom. He couldn't believe that the chants were happening in Florida. He gave a really good, honest interview. I urge you to go check that out if you're interested in that type of stuff. He talks about his goalie coaches and everything. He's a smart kid, so I hope to see more of him. But I don't know what that means for Primo. Primo's going to really have to put in some work. That's if he passes waivers. I saw some fans in different forums asking whether or not Caden Primo would fit on their team. Ottawa was talking about him. Philadelphia, there was probably others, but that's just from what I could see in the posts on Reddit and on Twitter. I don't know if that translates to interest in management, but that's going to do it for me. Big day tomorrow. My son is going to visit my mom away. So we have to plan and pack and set that up properly. What are you guys doing tomorrow? Any big plans? What are you doing on New Year's? Tomorrow I'm watching the game against the Lightning, right? Lightning? Yeah, they're in Florida. They might as well stop by and visit. And then on New Year's Eve, it is the Vegas Golden Knights, right? I'm going to be really happy if they win one of those games. I'm already really happy, but it would be really cool if they won against Tampa. Win against Tampa and humiliate Nikita Kucherov. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Like the video, it helps me out with search results or something for the algorithm thing. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed to my channel. I'd love to have you. We're almost hitting that 7,000 subscriber benchmark. And as always, I'll see you down below in the comments.